It's Rodney again with Premier Insurance, and today I'd like to talk briefly about life insurance. Life insurance is one of those things that we don't like to think about. Um, it's just human nature that we don't like to think about our own death, and it's something that we usually don't have to deal with until someone close to us passes away, and we have to deal with the task of planning and paying for a funeral or some type of memorial service. There are two typically acceptable forms of life insurance. Number one being whole life, and number two is term insurance. Big difference in the two, and both of them have specific benefits that are designed to cater to specific needs. What I'm going to talk about today is my most popular policy here in my office. It goes by two different names. It goes by a burial policy, and some people or companies refer to it as a final expense policy. We utilize two different companies for our final expense policies. The first company that we use is Transamerica, which is probably the third largest life insurance company in the United States right now. And the second one we use, and we're using this one more often, is Senior Life. They're based out of one of the southern states. I can't remember off the top of my head which one. But we're using this more often because they will cover anyone. They'll allow us to do a policy on anyone, including someone who has recently been diagnosed with HIV. Only circumstances that we are unable to do a policy on is someone who's been diagnosed with some form of terminal cancer. Otherwise, we can do diabetes, we do a lot of high blood pressure, you name it, we can do it. A number of different benefits when it comes to the final expense policy. Number one, these policies are designed to be inexpensive. Typically, they will go up to usually about $25,000. In my office, the size of policy that we write is usually right around $7,500. Reason being, a typical funeral in my area, the cost is usually right around $7,000 on up to sometimes $10,000, $12,000, but most people will lean towards that $7,500 policy. Another benefit with the final expense policy is that they build cash value. What this means is typically a year after you've been paying into the policy, if you need to pull some money out, you can. It's looked at as a loan. However, it's not required to be paid back. However, if you take out cash value on the policy, upon the policyholder's death, if that amount is not paid back, that amount that was taken out on a loan is decreased on the payout to the beneficiary. So it's something that we don't recommend unless you're in a dire position and you need to get a hold of some cash right away. Most plans offer what's called first day coverage, and what this means is you take out a policy with us on a Monday, you sign all the documents, we receive a payment from you. The policy is effective that day. So the moment you leave my office, if everything is taken care of and something unfortunate happens, you're involved in some type of accident or any type of disaster resulting in your death, your beneficiary would be paid out because you were covered on day one. The rate never increases with these final expense policies. That's a benefit. A lot of times when you hear my rate started out at one rate and it went up, it's because the individual doesn't know what type of policy they have. Usually when that happens, they have a adjustable rate term policy. Usually those are 5-year terms that renew automatically, and the way it works with the term policies is you buy those at a specific age. The term expires, whether it be a 5-year term, 10-year term, 20 or 30-year term. Once that term expires and you have to renew, you're going to be that much older. Therefore, the rate is going to increase. The next benefit is that the benefit never decreases. A lot of what happens when an individual has a decreasing policy is they have some type of decreasing term policy that's designed to cover a loan of some kind. A lot of times it's for either a mortgage. Sometimes individuals will take out a decreasing term policy to cover a car. And the reason they do that is, number one, with the mortgage, as the mortgage is paid down, there's not as much need to have a life insurance policy for the full amount of the mortgage, so it decreases as time passes. But that doesn't happen with this policy. It's set for your life. That's why it's called a whole life policy. The protection can never be canceled. That just means that as long as you make your monthly payment, the policy will not be canceled. Simple as that. With Senior Life, a benefit that I like quite a bit, and a lot of my senior citizens that take out this policy really like it, is that there's no physical examination required. They have even modified their policies now, and the one that we use most often does not even require medical records. So you simply answer 5 questions. As long as you qualify based on your answers to those 5 questions, there's generally streamlined underwriting, and that policy can be issued within 2 days. Accidental death is another benefit. It's an option on the policy. What accidental death means is simply what it states. It's a death due to some type of accident. We see a lot of insurance companies peddling accident policies, which are real cheap, usually about $8, $9 a month. They pass these off as life insurance policies when they're actually not life insurance policies. They just pay out in the event of some type of death as a result to an accident, not any type of natural death. So that's a burial or final expense policy in a nutshell. With our policies, we can write a policy on pretty much anyone up to age 90. The application, again, is about 5-6 questions. We can get you in and out. We can also do these policies right over the phone. There's no need for me to come out and visit you. If you'd like to just do it over the phone, we can record the application process, get that uploaded to our underwriters, and get that policy issued to you. So, again, if you have any questions, my name is Rodney Jefferson. I'll be doing these videos for the entire month of September, as my marketing guru has advised to get 30 videos up in 30 days. That's supposed to substantially increase my bottom line, so I'm all over that. So if you have any questions, Rodney Jefferson, 800 number is 800-956-8857. Number here in Flint locally is 810-789-2222. Or if you'd like to get a quote online, please visit us at www.quotingamerica.com. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.